to find out more.
All right, Mix 1041, MixTV.tv. We're joined by Dr. Amit Reddy, a fellowship-trained vascular surgeon with CHI Memorial Vascular Surgery Specialist. Dr. Reddy, good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm well, sir. Thank you guys for having me.
Well, thanks so much for coming in. And you joined, it looks like you joined recently and are now seeing patients here in Cleveland. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Actually, I joined about a year ago. Yes, sir. This month marks the one-year anniversary. I joined two senior partners, Dr. Mark Fugate and Dr. Richard Sprouse out of Memorial. But we recently reestablished our clinic in Cleveland, and I just started seeing patients there just last week, and twice a month. You'll find me there.
Tell us about a vascular surgeon. Tell me what that means for people.
Yes, sir. So essentially, guys, I'm just a plumber. I fix blockages and leaks in your blood vessels and everything else in between with the aim of reestablishing circulation in the pipe, thus preserving the functionality of whatever organ the pipe is going to. So I'll be your best plumber you'll see.
Well, we do have some issues in the back. Also, if you have some time.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Let's talk about, and getting serious for a moment here. Obviously, vascular disease is such a pervasive issue, especially in the Southeast. Tell me, let's talk about some risk factors for that.
That's a really good question. So, vascular disease affects millions of Americans, and there has been tendencies towards more severe disease in the South, largely due to lifestyle and genetic, factors. And in terms of risk factors, of course, smoking is the most modifiable risk factor, and I think it's imperative that we try to encourage and provide resources to quit smoking if possible. Then blood pressure and diabetes tends to be the second and third most common risk factors, and oftentimes, even when you have patients who are very strict and adhere to good medications, there are genetic components that you just can't control.
Certainly. So, Dr. Reddy, let's talk about some common conditions that you can treat also.
Yes, sir. You have your usual toilet break. No, I'm just kidding. We'll start from the top. The carotid surgery is a very common surgery we do. When you build up plaque in the blood vessels that feed your brain, that puts you at a risk for a stroke. Stroke can be lifestyle limiting or could even cause major morbidity and even death. So we do carotid revascularization. Kind of moving on down, when you have complex aortic pathology, your aorta is a pipe or a tree trunk that carries circulation to the rest of your body. Over time, it can get really big and become an aneurysm. And the analogy I give is the balloon. The bigger the balloon gets, it can burst. When the aorta gets big and it bursts, you could die. We fix all aspects of aortic pathology, oftentimes in collaboration with cardiac surgery. And you can have blockages in different parts of your pipes, pipes that feed your kidneys that can put you at risk for uncontrolled blood pressure and even progress to dialysis. We can fix that. You can have blockages in the blood vessels that provide circulation to your gut that limits people to eat properly and gain weight. We can fix that. You can have really bad blockages in the blood vessels that provide circulation to the muscles in your legs, so you can't do the things you enjoy. You can't walk. You can't, perform daily activities. And if that progresses, you can even have open sores and ulcerations on your feet. That puts you at risk for losing your limb. We can do minimally invasive surgery, even complex revascularization that includes your old school bypass to preserve your leg, and thus you can, preserve your ability to do activities of daily living.
And people hear surgery, and so obviously they get concerned, obviously. But like you just said, I mean, you can do minimally invasive procedures.
Yes, sir. There's been amazing advancements in just medicine as a whole, but in particular vascular surgery in the last 10 years. We've really kind of found ways to really treat complex pathology, whether it's blockages or aneurysmal pathology, from just a small hole in your groin or your arm, and open that pipe up or fix that aneurysm, and then you often go home the same day or the next day. And at Memorial, particularly, both of my partners, including myself, we do some of the newest technology in the more complex pathology in a minimally invasive fashion.
So is surgery the only treatment option, though?
It just depends on the severity of the pathology. As with, most disease processes, the idea is if you can medically manage the risk factors, whether it's diabetes or hypertension or cholesterol, if you can get those under control and they don't have a really severe spectrum of pathology, you can just, control those modifiable risk factors and you're fine. But there's this critical threshold where the disease process is bad enough that it affects their ability to function and live a quality life that they want to, at which point I think surgery is the right option, but individualizing the patient care consistent with their beliefs and what they, wish their life to be is very important in the decision making.
Dr. Amit Reddy is a fellowship trained vascular surgeon at CHI Memorial, vascular surgery specialist, and you joined a year ago. So what kind of party are you guys doing for your 1 year anniversary? I hear Ronell's really breaking the budget on the
That's
party.
right.
Is that right?
Yeah, I just have some few cases lined up this week, and that alone is a party.
Well, now you're going serious on me? I mean, come on, Doc. Anyway, hey, it's so great to have you here, Doc, and we're really glad to have you in Cleveland. And no kidding, happy 1 year anniversary.
Thank you, sir. I'm blessed to be here.
Well, listen, I can't let her leave without saying hello. Ronell Sellers, so I've been trying to get it. Come here, Ronell. I've been trying to get her in here, well, over there, for a long time. She is the marketing director you can adjust that, for CHI Memorial. Ronell, good morning. How in the world are you?
Well, thank you. Good morning. I'm doing wonderful. How about you?
Well, we're doing great. No kidding. It's so great to have you here in person. And, we've interviewed you before virtually, but talk about CHI Memorial. I mean, it's such a symbol of excellence, isn't it?
It really is. We have so many great things going on, as you know, and Dr. Reddy and his group is just one of the many, many wonderful, wonderful practices we have. So we encourage everybody, check out our website. You can find out about all of our physicians and our hospitals and just all kind of wonderful things going on. And hopefully you've read about all the great awards we've achieved recently. So that's always something we like to tout as well.
Cleveland and Bradley County has always been very important to Memorial, even before you brought, of course, your Memorial Convenient Care, of course, the Heart Institute over here, thousands of Bradley Countyans. I mean, it's an important place, I know, for Memorial, isn't it?
It really is. We appreciate everybody in Cleveland, and we ask that, you come out when you, we hope you don't have the need, but when you do, we want to be there to serve you, and we just appreciate all you do to support Memorial.
Absolutely. Well, Ronell, it's great having you in our studios, and it's always great to have Karen Long. She does this tremendous job getting us all the information. And thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Great to see you. All right, we're going to